Hey guys, it's Steve Tan here. So in this video, we're gonna talk about customer support team. Okay, customer support is critical to your success in your e-commerce journey because if someone is not happy with your service, most likely if not, they will not come back and buy from you again. Okay, so today we're gonna break it down. How we structure our customer support team. It's actually pretty straightforward. Okay, usually we have one team leader or a customer support manager, and this person will manage all the other customer support reps in the company. Okay, so usually for our customer support manager, we'll have them, we'll look at least 3 to 5 years of customer support manager's role before we are able to hire them to our company, right? Because you do not want to hire someone who's kind of like a newbie in this space, someone who has at least managed 10 or up 10 and above people in this space. Okay, so we'll look at people who works at customer support departments or BPO companies in Philippines. All these people there's a lot of talent pool for all these people in the Philippines because there's so many people who outsource all this customer support to Philippines in this customer support niche or industry. Okay, so right now here, your customer support team leader is the main person who will kind of manage all these people. Rarely if you will be the one kind of talking directly to your customer support rep, but probably during the very initial stage of your business you will do that. But when your company starts to grow, once you have 10, 20 or 30 customer support reps, this will be the main key person that will be managing all these people, right? As your team scales to really big, probably 50, 60, you might have to have several team customer support team leaders in order to manage such a big pool of people. Okay, so usually the team leader will be the one to set all the KPIs with the project manager. Okay, so he or she will kind of come up with a KPI indicator of how what's the team customer support team is gonna be able to manage or come up with a KPIs that they will be able to hit, right? You want to make sure that these KPIs are kind of discussed with the project manager before you approve them. Okay, because you want to make sure that they are doing their best. Okay, so these KPIs is different from company to company. Your company might have they have to finish at least 50 tickets per hour. Some companies have higher requirements 150 tickets per hour, so on and so forth. Every company is different, but just make sure the idea is to have at least a KPI in place so that your team, your team leader has something that he or she could reference it and execute it for you, right? Okay, so this team, customer support team, it's pretty much very straightforward. There's no complexity, in place. But usually I'll try to find someone who's at least as I said, 3 to 5 years in this space, right? And this person, ideally, they have experience in using Zendesk, because if someone who doesn't know how to use Zendesk, it might take a little bit more effort from you or someone who knows how to really use Zendesk to the advantage, because there's a lot of shortcuts. There's a lot of tricks and best practices that you could use Zendesk to set up flows, shortcuts, and replies very quickly, right? So if you do not let's say if you yourself do not know how to use Zendesk efficiently, and you hire someone who doesn't know Zendesk as well, you might have difficulty in having this guy perform the way you want it, right? So ideally you want to find someone with at least experience with Zendesk, and ideally they have set up all this process and flows in the company before. Okay, so if he or she doesn't have experience with Zendesk, this might be a little bit harder, right? As I mentioned, it might take significantly more effort from you in order to train this person, right? So I mean, first thing that I'll look out for is Zendesk. If you have experience with Zendesk, I'll look at what kind of managerial or positions you have, and experience you have in previous companies. Okay, so with normal customer support reps, I mean, a lot of people that I heard are hiring them by the hour in Upwork or some other outsourcing websites. which I do not which I highly do not recommend this way, because like if someone is like working like 1 hour with you, then 2 hours with this person, 3 hours with another company, this person is not like motivated to kind of like put in their best effort in working for you. And most often, if not, they will be like there will be unfamiliar with the products that you're selling. That you have like a lot of new products. Their efforts are just so diversified across different like employers, right? So I would highly suggest you hire someone full time, just one person. You don't this customer support reps, you could easily hire them for like 200, 300 per month. It turns out to be more expensive if you hire them by the hour, because like you're gonna be paying like like 3, 4, or 5 bucks per hour. And if you use them a lot, it's gonna add up, and it'll be more expensive than hiring a full-time person, right? So a lot of times, like people thought it would be cheaper hiring by the hour. But if like when I ask them how much you're paying, when everything's add up, it is usually more expensive than like if you hire them full-time. Okay, the benefit of having it full-time is like this person is dedicated to you and you only. Okay, you could easily like track KPIs. You could easily like train them with the sake of like having them go through the products, being familiarized with like what kind of products you're selling, the brand's tonality, how you want them to respond to the customer. Okay, a lot of these things are not controllable if you're like outsourcing it to like people that you hire by the hour, or people that only work like 2-3 hours per day. This is really hard, and your turnover is usually really high, because like you're kind of like the guy that's training. And what if like someone like us, or any other entrepreneurs in the space, come just offer them like a full-time stable job? They will definitely buy it, and they'll definitely go for a job that's like stable and long term. Okay, so that's one of the things that you need to bear in mind when like kind of like hiring a customer support rep. Okay, so customer support reps, when in terms of hiring, is like way easier, because there's so much people in this space that you could hire in like the normal customer support reps. Okay, so customer support reps, we also tier them by like like junior, intermediate, and like advanced, like customer support. Probably like more in the space of like who has been in the company for how long and their performance. Okay, we grade them by 3 tiers. It's up to you to grade it to like 1 tier, 2 tier, or 3 tiers. It's up to you. It's a way to just show them that they have like the possibility of advancing in your company, so they kind of like see the bigger picture in the long term, rather than just, oh, I'm just a normal customer support rep getting like 200 per month. You want to show them like if you do really well, you'll be advanced to like the intermediate customer support, which is like $100 more than the junior ones, and like probably in the long term the senior customer support rep, right? So junior, intermediate, and probably like senior, or whichever term you like to call it. Okay, so that's how we usually like kind of like motivate them in the long term. And we also set them like, we also give them like performance, like kind of like performance bonuses, in terms of like kind of like we do give a lot of like gifts for them. We do not do like extra like percentage based bonuses for like customer support reps. We don't do that. The only thing that we do is like we offer them like quarterly bonuses. Like let's say if the team's performance is really good, like $50 to $100 per customer support rep as bonuses goes a long way in like Philippines, because they really think that you are treating them really well. Because like outside of the yearly like 13-month bonus, like we also give them like as I mentioned, quarterly bonus to if the team really helps clear out so many tickets, and the support and response and like from the customers are really good, we reward them pretty well as well. Okay, so I want to share with you guys like if you start off with one customer support when you're just starting a business here. And if this person is like really responsible and is like really good in the company, you could consider promoting this person to your customer support team leader, okay? Because like this person already knows your business model, okay? And it's way easier to train this person all along. So for customer support reps, you do not necessarily need them to know Zendesk, because like the customer support team lead could easily train them as a whole, like through virtual or through a phone or through video. Okay, it's pretty easy. All right, so like you do not need to spend a lot of time in like kind of like, you know, filtering the customer support reps, the junior ones. Okay, so basically you're the only guy that will interview the customer support team leader. That's it. Okay, the rest of all the customer support reps will be interviewed by your HR manager along with the customer support team leader. Okay, I do not want you to kind of like spend too much time on hiring the juniors customer support reps, because this could be easily handled by your customer support team leader or your HR manager. All right, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys get a better understanding of how we structure our customer support team, and I hope you guys build a great customer support team and provide your customers with the best experience. All right, see you guys in the next video.